Hello princesses! Today I'm going to be talking about my September empties. This is my quarterly empties video. It is a little bit late this time, but I'm still hoping to get it edited up in September, but it might be October. So in this quarter, I don't feel like I have very many interesting empties, so this one might be a bit of a quick one, I think. So to start off with, I have one hair care empty, and this one is a gel from Helena. I got the spiking gel this time rather than the stronghold gel. I hated it. I used all of it because, you know, I wanted to use all of it, but it definitely wasn't as good as the stronghold gel for curls. So with the gel, I would normally put this in my hair while it is wet, wait for the hair to dry, and then kind of like crunch the gel out, and this way the waves stay more intact in my hair. I found like this one didn't really set into that cast. It kind of remained like a little bit mushy. I thought it would be better because it's spiky, right? So like it's extreme hold. But no, didn't like it, wouldn't buy it again. Then for body, I have two Lush shower gels. I have Nana, which is like a banana scented, like pudding scented treat apparently. And then I also have another Snow Fairy. You guys have seen Snow Fairy so many times, I don't really need to talk about it again, but it is one of my favorite scents from Lush. Snow Fairy and American Cream are like my top two. The Nana one, I probably wouldn't purchase this one again, and the reason why is because of the consistency. I found that this one was really thick, and so I either got too much product or not enough product, and both of those things kind of irked me a little bit, even though it did smell really nice. Then I have like a body moisturizer. This one is from Lipidol and it is an after shower oil. I think I was given this one and it took me ages and ages to go through it because a little goes a long way. It is a after shower oil, and what happens with this one is you put it on the skin like just after you get out of the shower, and it absorbs really well. I didn't mind this one. I have had a lot of other after shower oils before that I liked better, although I can't name them off the top of my head right now. I probably wouldn't repurchase this one. And then the last body one is a body milk. This one is from L'Occitane, and I got this one in the advent calendar last year, and I had been using this one as like a travel moisturizer. I really love the smell of this one. Like, the Almond range is beautiful, but the body milk is not very moisturizing. I feel like it was probably okay for like my arms or parts of my body that didn't get too dry, but for like my legs, which is what I usually use like the moisturizers for, I feel like this one was not nearly enough, so it's not one I would repurchase. Then I have a bit of a random one. This is a nail polish, a gel nail polish. This one is from Onedor, and it is the non-white top coat. This one I picked up on a recommendation of Simply Nailogical. It's one of the top coats that she used to use all of the time for her gels, and it works really well. It's a one that just goes over the top and you don't have to wipe it down, so there's no sticky residue on top, which is great because I'm super lazy. And I use this with almost all of the gels that I got. I also have a really cute little like pastel manicure at the moment, and these nail polishes are from Born Pretty store. They sent me 5 pastel colors, and I really like these ones. The colors are really beautiful. They didn't send me a base coat or a top coat though, so I can't really test the wear time on them, which is unfortunate. But yeah, the colors are super pretty and the polishes work really well. Then we are on to the skincare. I have another L'Occitane mini. This is the 3-in-1 micellar water, which I also have been using for travel. I don't mind this micellar water, although I don't think it is very effective at removing a lot of makeup. If you just have a little bit of like baby makeup on, like a tinted moisturizer and stuff, it works fine. But for any like hard to remove mascaras, it's just not enough. It is really nice if you are just kind of like wiping your face down, like if you haven't worn makeup that day and you're wanting to get rid of like some sunscreen. It's quite nice, but otherwise it's not one I'd repurchase. Again, the mini came from the advent calendar. Then I have a toner from I'm From. This is the rice toner, and I picked this one up using a coupon code that YesStyle gave me after I did one of these skincare videos, and I really liked this one. It took me a little while to get into it, but I feel like it was like nicely hydrating. It's probably not one I would repurchase, like it's not like an amazing toner, but it did the job well, and I obviously used all of it. It's a pretty big container as well. It's 150 mils. I think I also have some of this in like a spray bottle as well, but regardless, it's definitely a toner that I recommend if you're looking for just a little bit of hydration. Then I have a serum. This is one of the ones that Yehwadam sent me that I actually really liked. This is the Benton Tea Tree Serum. This one I used up. It is pretty small though. I actually don't know how many mils is in this one. Yes, I do. It's 30 mils. It's quite a small serum. And I found this one really nice for the summer specifically. I did end up using it throughout the rest of the winter just because I wanted to kind of use it and be done with it. But it was really nice, lightly hydrating and like very calming. So I found that this one I especially liked using it when the weather was really hot and my face was like really sticky, or if I was having experiencing breakouts or any kind of irritation, because it hydrated my skin without irritating it any further. So it was very helpful for that aspect. Then I have two little emulsion testers. I just have a ridiculous amount of like tiny testers roaming around, so I've been trying to get rid of those. The Etude Jung 10 Free Moist Emulsion. This one was quite nice actually. Like, it's a very like lightly hydrating moisturizer, something that I would recommend purchasing in summer more often. I used it in winter as a second moisturizer, so I'd use the emulsion and then I'd use a moisturizer on top of that at nighttime, and it worked really well. It took me a while to get through it. Maybe not one I'd repurchase though. And then also this one from, I can't pronounce it, it's the Ultimate Rejuvenating Emulsion. This one again used underneath moisturizers at nighttime. It worked really nicely, but again, emulsions aren't like a staple for me. It's not one I'd repurchase. Then I have a bunch of like creams. So the first one is another L'Occitane penny. This one is the Ultra Thirst Quenching Gel. And this one I had started using it in summer. It was in my travel box, but I'm trying to like rotate the things through the travel bag because I'm not traveling as much at the moment because of the global pandemic, and so it's good to get things like out of rotation. You don't want them to be in there forever. This one I really liked it in summer. It was not nearly enough in winter, so even if I was using this as my daytime moisturizer, I just didn't think that it was enough for my skin. During the summer it was okay, but not one I'd repurchase because I feel like my skin needs a bit more moisture than what this one was providing. If you have really oily skin though, it might be one that you would like to try. And then another cream from Yehwadam. This one is one that they sent me as well that I didn't think that I would like and turned out to actually really love. This is the Benton Let's Carrot Moisture Cream. What a weird find. Like I say it like I found it myself. I was actually, you know, it was provided. I would have never picked this because why? But it's really good. It's really moisturizing. It rides the fine line between being like a thin gel that absorbs really easily and being a moisturizing, and I actually really like this one. Again, not one I would have picked up by myself, but one that I appreciate being sent and absolutely love using. So it was the I'd probably repurchase this one. I want to try the Clears one again. I keep going back to that one Clears cream, but this one, yeah, I'd probably repurchase it too. A really odd one that I picked up from Sephora, I think in New Zealand, is from Fresh. This is the Rose Deep Hydration Face Cream. I picked it up because the packaging looked cute and I was interested in the actual product itself. I picked up the tester because, you know, it was ridiculously expensive. It smells really nice. I really like the smell. It's like really powdery rose, and again, used it for travel too for a while. And this is a really lovely night cream. I kind of like, I don't know what to think about this one. The price, incredibly, like, it just puts me off. I'm like, there is nothing that is so good about that it would be worth that much money to me personally, but I can see what people like about it because there are a lot of people who really like this one. It did leave my skin feeling really moisturized in the morning. When I put it on at the time, it didn't feel that moisturizing, which is really odd. It has like a really nice cream gel consistency, and it didn't look very moisturized either. So I feel like this one was like a really good one for night, but it worked over time, so I couldn't use it during the day, which is okay. But yeah, I just can't decide whether I like it enough to purchase it for that amount of money, or if I'm just like, well, it was nice to try. Have you guys tried this one before? What do you think? And then we come to the makeup items. We have a few cushion puffs that we are rotating out. I'm actually getting rid of this one. Who does this belong to? It's the PPIB, what is that called? Long Lasting Soft Baby Cushion, which I also haven't finished up because I've been using tinted moisturizers so much more at the moment. So that's why I haven't gone through any cushions this time. Normally I go through like a cushion every quarter. But this one, it's not like it's broken. Like this Vanillica one is like broken, like they start peeling from the top. This one just sucks, like just a really bad cushion. Then I have 3 liquid liners. I've got 2 of the Dolly ones. These ones are super duper old and they just like out of juice. And then the other one is not super old. This is from Kat Von D. This is the Tattoo Liner Waterproof Liquid Liner in Trooper Black in the mini. I picked this up for travel because I just like to have extra travel stuff, and it sucks. I don't know why. Maybe I just got a really bad one, but I managed to get like one set of lines out of them, and that was it. And then it was grey. Like there was no black pigment. It was like watered down, grey, dry, terrible. And I'm assuming that it is just this one. Maybe it's just because the minis don't have very much product in it. It's got 0.2 milliliters, but I will point out that I didn't, pick up on that because I think it was still like, I don't know, like $10 or something, and I was like, oh, that's fine, it's small, it'll be helpful because it's small. No, I should have just spent the money on another Dolly liquid liner and stuck it in a travel bag. And then the lucky last one is the Innisfree Color Mascara from the Vintage Filter collection, and this one is in brown. I don't know what the color is. I didn't end up using this very much, but I've had it for more than a year, and I really need to throw it out because it's like expired. I don't usually keep the eye products that long because they do expire. I try and use them up. Yeah, I don't know about this one. It's kind of like a pinky brown. I really didn't get much use out of it, and every time I did use it I would feel very like odd because I didn't feel like I looked like myself, because my lashes are naturally pretty much black anyway. I'm kind of like, oh, that's like odd, and it just wasn't my cup of tea. But it is a really interesting mascara, and it worked well. It made my eyelashes a colour, which is hard to do when they're black anyway, but not one I would repurchase. So that is all of the empties for September and the third quarter of the year. If you have any extra questions about any of the products that I talked about, please leave them down below and I'll do my best to answer them. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!